So yeah, hello.
Hey, hi. So we're
Um,
gonna color each other's stuff. Woo!
yeah.
I have a ridiculous amount of pencils.
Oh, there's so many. It's so nice. It's actually the box that you can see here. That's where I keep all my Copic markers. So
Okay.
I'm not obviously not using them. I'm because I only discussed this with Emily, but I wanted to print, obviously, but I we don't have a printer and we are not supposed to go outside because it's Corona time.
Yeah,
Um,
that's
so
fair.
yeah, I'm gonna color with Procreate.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right. I guess let's get to it.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
I have I have an Amy reference picture.
You printed her out. Oh man. Oh, I love her. Um,
It's the best. So I just thought that would be a good idea because I'm just worried that I'll forget.
and then
Hi
you
to
can
everyone
keep
listening.
her. Yeah.
Yay.
I
I
have
don't
I
want
have never done this before, so Emily
Me
is the pro
neither.
and she will. What do
I've
you
done a
mean you
live.
neither?
Okay.
You have done lives.
I've done lives, but I haven't done split screeny ones. So this is exciting.
I
I'm
should
guessing it
try
comes
to
up on
draw in the
both our.
corner.
I guess it comes up with both of our Instagrams if we're both on a live together. I'm assuming. I'm hoping.
I'm not actually sure.
I mean, people are still joining. I think that's good. Ah, right.
I, I wanted to like pick out a color palette and stuff like that, and then I didn't. So,
That's okay. I'm literally just like about to test this blue to see if it looks anything like her uniform.
oh,
And then
nice.
go from
I have no direction.
there.
So I'm just gonna start. Do you have like a brush that you usually color stuff in Procreate?
I think there's usually it has a really weird name, but it's under like the like painting or inking one. The ones that I usually do my like outlines with is just the monoline in Procreate. But I think I use like some sort of
Oh.
like usually like a watercolory one or something. But you were saying you use like a dry ink one for your outlines.
Yeah,
Is
so
that right?
I use dry ink, it's
Okay.
called for outlines, and then for coloring I usually just use the calligraphy brushes, like scripting, because they're just like heavy set brushes and they
Yeah.
allow you to color in relatively well. And they're also the only ones who seem to really react properly to pressure. Because otherwise, like,
Yes.
so
Yeah.
if I can demonstrate it, like if I draw lightly, they are like just a little bit, and if I draw heavily, they're more heavy set. So
Yeah.
um,
That's
that's
fair.
quite nice for coloring in. So yeah,
I can't decide what blue.
I am just gonna start. I would like to say I have thought of this. I
Go
did
for
not.
it.
Oh, but I like
That's all
these so
right.
much. They're so neat. I also
Right.
know
I'm
that
gonna
they're
make
like,
sure that what
oh wow, you're actually putting down the color swatches. I am very impressed.
I'm just trying to test out what blue to get her uniform because it doesn't look very blue in the picture, but it is like kind of blue, isn't it? I'm going
I've
in.
also propped up some pens here that I will not use because I don't have paper. But
But
it's for the
aesthetically, it looks
aesthetic,
good.
okay?
Yeah, exactly. It's all good. It's all good.
I think mine is
People
not
are
going to
still
be as
joining. This is
interesting
good.
because you can't, like, with
I
you, oh, you
realised
can
that
see the
like
whole
you're
picture. With me, I'm just going and
yeah.
zooming in. But yeah, I've been
We
coloring on
need to
an
get a
iPad. It's
cameraman. We
different.
need to
Yeah, I could make Thomas stand,
yeah.
my partner, my boyfriend, stand above me for an hour and just hold the camera. I'm also not doing this. Usually, I have my other hand, like lying beside me, and I stabilize myself,
Yeah.
but then it's where the camera is. So this is not
Yeah.
what we're doing.
It's not working.
If anyone, by the way, has any
Mine's
questions for us or whatsoever, then
yeah, yeah.
feel free to ask.
Yep, we can answer questions. It's all good.
I'm not sure if we can answer them proficiently, but we can try.
Yeah. We can try. don't know if I'm like covering up when I draw. It's weird to look at yourself in the screen drawing.
Yeah, right. I got very self-conscious now about drawing. I was like, is this how I usually do brush strokes? I don't know. I can't remember. It's like when someone reminds you of breathing and you're like, oh, is this how I breathe?
Yeah. Ooh, favorite coloring pencil brand? That's a good question.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'd probably just go with like, I think I'd probably go with like is it a I don't know how you say it. Stabilo? Stabilo? Is that how you say it?
Oh, yeah. I mean, my first language is German, so I would say Stabilo, which is completely different pronunciation.
Yeah. But that's what I mean. They're quite good. I like their pens as well.
I think one of my favorites, do I have it anywhere here? No, I absolutely don't. I think one of my favorites is just the normal like big pens because they are just so versatile, even though they're just like literally blue pens. And one of the I think my absolute favorites at the moment are the ones that I put here for aesthetic purposes, but they're called mild liners, and they're literally just highlighters, like they're just markers. But they are so nice because they have like all of these pastel colors, and yeah, it's really nice. I wish I had a favorite color, but I don't really do.
Oh, someone said that. Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? Someone says that they're a Crayola guy, which is fair dues. Crayola, you can't go wrong with that.
Oh yeah, that's really. I wish I could work with them, but I like wax colors for some reason. I cannot deal with them.
No, and they like snap quite easy as well, don't they? I always find.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's terrifying.
Yep.
When you open the box and like half of them are just broken. Like, okay, I guess.
Yeah, it's like crushing.
What else? Oh, how did we two meet?
Oh, that's a good question. I didn't see that.
I think that's like the second one. Well, it's not. They weren't that good.
I've never done it.
Okay. I like literally after I started the account, like I think after the first or second post, Emily messaged me, and it was super sweet because I had a lot of self-doubt and was just feeling like, oh, why am I doing this? And is this good enough? And is this, I don't know, just boring or dumb? And she messaged me and was like, hey, I really like what you're doing. And that gave me basically the confidence to continue. And then we just, I don't know, kept talking, I guess.
Yeah, I think so. We just kept messaging, didn't we?
Yeah.
Just kind of bonded over things that we could really relate to about each other. Someone asked, what would be your ideal homemade costume / cosplay?
Oh,
yeah. It's a difficult one, isn't it? I don't really dress up as such, but I could kind of, I don't know.
Well, I've cosplayed before, but
yeah?
like
what have you cosplayed as?
So I've cosplayed as a female version of Q, the tech guy from James Bond from Skyfall.
Yes.
Then I cosplayed as Princess Bubblegum from Adventure Time, and as Alphys from Undertale. And what else?
Oh my god, you've done loads.
I've done one more, I think, but I cannot remember. So it was probably not that memorable.
That's impressive.
No, it's not. They weren't that good.
I've never done a cosplay. Oh no, I'm sure they were. I love that you went as Q. That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I love that character so much. It's just, such a good character.
Definitely.
But yeah, I only really cosplayed because there is I think 5 or 6 years ago, they started to host Comic-Con in Vienna, which is the city where I grew up in. And so my friend and I decided to go, and it was like the first time. We always wanted to cosplay, but we never really had like an opportunity.
Oh,
And so we ended up cosplaying for Comic-Con there, and it's very fun. And so I barely watched Adventure Time, and I did not play Undertale, but she did like watch it and play it and loves them so much that she just
yeah. It's a difficult one, isn't it? I don't really dress up as such, but I could kind of, I don't know.
Well, I've
I
cosplayed
feel very
before, but
yeah. What
like
have you
I
cosplayed as?
so I've cosplayed as a female version of Q, the tech guy from James Bond from Skyfall.
Yes.
Then I cosplayed as Princess Bubblegum from Adventure Time, and as
Oh,
Alphys
cute.
from Undertale.
Mhm.
And what else?
Oh my god, you've done loads.
I've done one more, I think, but I cannot remember. So it was probably not that memorable.
That's impressive.
No, it's not. They weren't that
I've
good.
never done a cosplay. Oh no, I'm sure they were. I love that you went as Q. That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean I love that character so much. It's just such a good character.
Definitely.
But yeah, I only really cosplayed because there is I think 5 or 6 years ago they started to host Comic-Con in Vienna, which is the city where I grew up in. And so my friend
Mhm.
and I decided to go, and it was like the first time. We always wanted to cosplay, but we never really had like an opportunity.
Oh,
And so we ended up cosplaying for Comic-Con there, and it's very fun. And so I barely watched Adventure Time, and I did not play Undertale, but she did like watch it and play it and loves them so much that she just was like, "Oh, I really want to cosplay something like that." And I was like, "Well, you know what? I'll just cosplay it as well."
oh, that's really cool. I'm very impressed with your commitment to cosplaying even characters you don't know that well. Hello. Right. I think people are probably bored of me coming off and on all the time. They're probably getting loads of notifications. So I'm going to finish colouring this in. So this was meant to be a live stream with Sophie, but for some reason our internets just will not work. Hi, Sophie. We've not had the best of luck today, everybody. We've been trying for an hour to both communicate on here and share a live stream, and it's just not working. Yeah, I feel you. For some reason, we're not winning on the whole internet front. I don't know why. Thank you. I'm glad people are applauding our effort. I don't know what to do. Maybe we can try and arrange this some other way, because it would have been really nice. And I love Sophie's drawing, and I really wanted to colour it in. So I'm going to finish colouring it in anyway, because I feel like why not. Right, I'm going to finish off doing this, I think. So I'm going to pop it up in the little holder that I did have set up. Oh. There we go. Okay. It's not on the buttons. Okay, fine. Let's try and finish this very lovely drawing off. And thank you, Sophie, for colouring in my sheet as well. I'm sorry it didn't work. Other than the video is going smoothly now, so I'm excited to see you colour in Amy. Oh, thank you. I know you can't hear me. Can everyone else still hear me? I'm hoping you can. You can hear me. Okay, great. Feel free to ask me any questions, or Sophie, you can ask her questions as well. I'm assuming she's going to be on the chat. So, yeah. I know that live stream did not work out at all. But I'm going to carry on. Because I really like Amy Santiago from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and I feel like she deserves to be coloured in. Dealing with getting new glasses is a really good question. I am currently... Yay! Sophie can hear me. Okay. She can answer in the comments. Dealing with new glasses. Okay. So I find it really difficult. I wear glasses all the time. My vision is pretty awful. So I do find it difficult. One thing that my mum always suggests is the best thing to do is not to like start wearing new glasses like during the middle of the day, is to wear them like as soon as you get up in the morning, start wearing your new glasses, because if your prescription's changed, then that like can make you feel a bit weird anyway. And if you start like afresh in the morning, you're like more likely to get like used to them, I feel. I feel like that's what I've done in the past. And I've found that even just wearing them for like a couple of hours and taking them off is okay. Yeah, I think you have to get used to them like bit by bit, if that makes sense. So don't like try and wear them for like 24 hours straight. That's like kind of pushing yourself a little bit, I think. So just like go easy. Who's your favourite character in Brooklyn Nine-Nine? Oh, that's so difficult. Jake is great, and I love Amy, and I just love them all. That's really difficult. That is a really difficult question, actually, because I love all the characters for different reasons. I'd probably say that I mostly resonate with Amy. Oh, Sophie's mentioned new glasses. She got new ones recently, and what helped a lot was finding a store that offered buy one get one free promotion, so I could get exactly the same frames I had before and also new ones. Great question. That's really good, Sophie. I've done that. I literally have the same glasses, and I just keep getting the same ones. So I had the options to switch frames while I got used to the new ones. That's a really good idea. I've also had it where you can do like the home, like free trials of frames to see if you like them beforehand. That's a good idea as well. Yeah, that's what I really like that idea, Sophie. That's really good. Hey Tilly. Thanks for joining, people. Hey. But I hate getting new glasses. It is the worst thing to get used to in the world. So I totally get that. Also got a model that is super light for bad sensory days and one that is more stylish but heavier for regular days. That's a good idea. I like that, like more stylish when you're kind of feeling a bit more like on it. Is anyone else watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine right now? I am actually like rewatching it with my mum at the moment. Obviously not right now because I'm colouring. But I usually do like doodle in front of the TV, and I crack up watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It's the best. Love it. I just love how like quick Jake is. He's just so quick. Ooh, someone has asked me a question. Oh, okay, I'm watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine right now. Also, I couldn't decide on Brooklyn Nine-Nine characters. Love them all so much. Same! Like, all for so many different reasons. Like, Boyle is just like, bless him. I love him so much. And like, Sully, they're so good. And it's just like, almost like petty office stuff as well, which I like. I dislike when they try to get you to buy new frames. Yes, same. I hate that as well. It's the worst. Oh, I feel really bad, like, doing this without Sophie. Sophie, you'll have to post your what you did on yours as well. I like that we're both giving advice, both verbally and via the comments. No, don't touch my face. Yeah, they like come up and like, I don't know, when they like readjust the like sides. I get that they have to touch you kind of, but not really. It still creeps me out. Always amazes me that the tie is the same colour. Also, go follow Sophie if you don't already follow her. Oh no, wait, I just realised I should also keep colouring. I mean, that would be great. But I appreciate that you're trying to answer questions at the same time. I will finish this, Amy. I will. So that I can go and watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine. What brand of colouring pencils are you using? These ones are just say Go Create on them, which isn't very helpful, I realise. Go Create. But I would usually use pretty much any old ones. Like I'm not particularly fancy when it comes to pencils, if that makes sense. I think we were saying in the chat, like, people were using Crayola ones, and me and Sophie said that we used, like, I don't know how you say it, Stabilo as a brand. But to be honest, any colouring pencil I think is a good colouring pencil. Like even ones from like Tiger, like TK Maxx, like they don't have to be like fancy art ones, because I always feel like I'll never use like really fancy art ones. I get too worried that I'm just gonna like ruin them, so I don't use them. I'd rather use like cheap pencils, if that makes sense. Do I play Bop It? That's a good question. I have played Bop It before. Like, I feel like in my childhood I played a lot of Bop It and had loads of different like games like that. Right, I'm going to move away from the shirt because I'm spending way too much time on the shirt. I don't really know how light pink that's going to be. No, that's way too pink. And is broken. Great. Ooh, favourite football player? I'd have to go with someone in Manchester City, because my dad supports Manchester City, and that means we all support Manchester City. I'd probably say Sterling, maybe? He's a good footballer. Or I kind of always had Joe Hart. He's a good good goalkeeper. Doesn't play for City anymore, but he's a good goalkeeper. Wait, what's Bop It? Is that how you spell it? It's like it's a game, and like you press Bop It in the middle. If you Google Bop It, it will come up, and that like would probably make more sense. But yeah, Google it. I recommend Googling it. Okay, I'm gonna move her down here. This has been really nice to actually colour in, Sophie. I really like it. IKEA colouring pencils all the way. Nice. How did I not know IKEA did colouring pencils? googled it and I now understand, but also I am more confused. It's a really weird game to explain. It's like you like pull it, twist it. There's like little, like on the ends of it, there's bits to do on Bop It. That's what I'm explaining if anyone's just joined. Yeah, it is a bit of a confusing thing to explain. Maybe if you YouTube it. I'm trying to find a good. If you haven't seen, I've got all these colours. So I'm trying to pick at the same time. Have you watched the TV show Bones with Dr. Temperance Brennan? No, I haven't. Would you recommend it? This is relaxing me just watching you. Oh, I'm glad you find that. That comeback against Barcelona, though, unbelievable. She's talking football again. I have absolutely no idea about football, but I was very heavily into American football for a while. Oh, that's cool. Like NFL stuff? That's American football, isn't it? Shows how much I know. I feel like you have to leave like a little bit of like white just to show that it's like, otherwise it's all black. Does that make sense? Oh, I don't know. NFL, yes. There's always like football on in our house, like always. But that's like UK football, not. I think that's like meant to be like an American-y flag style thing, but I'm literally just going to colour it in red and blue. Because I'm trying to look at the picture of her. I want to watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but you're too entertaining. Oh, thanks. Glad someone thinks that. I'm going to have to do her hair as well. No pressure. Again, I feel like this is way more detailed around the side, but I'm just going to do that, I think. Oh, I was also going to do her lips a bit darker. I don't know if I've just ruined that or not. Like a little bit. I don't know. Right, gold pin. I'm almost there. It's hair, everybody. No pressure. Oh, okay. That's interesting about the bones thing. I'll have to have a look at that. Now, is Amy's hair brown or black? What do we reckon, guys? It's quite dark, isn't it? But I don't know if it's like a really dark brown or a really like a black. I don't know. What colour should I go with is my question. Dark brown? Brown. Okay, everyone's saying brown. Okay, fine. That's cool. Okay, dark brown. Dark brown. We're looking for a dark brown, everybody. We are looking for a dark brown. Are you brown? That's quite a dark brown. Let's go with this one. Is that dark? That's a bit red, isn't it? Okay, scrap that a sec. Let's try this. Oh yeah, that's a dark brown. That'll do. Is it brown or black? Oh my god. It looked brown over the top of that, but actually that's black. Ah! Ooh, that looks brown. What do we reckon? Does that work? It's kind of light, isn't it? Should I stop watching you to watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine or keep watching you? Up to you. That is a big decision to make. I mean, I will probably post a picture of this finished if you do want to go and watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine. That's still not dark brown. You reckon that's a good brown? Okay. I don't really have a very dark brown, which is the problem. Maybe I can go over it a bit. Right. I'm not going to be that much longer on here, I don't think, because I am almost done. Going to keep watching you. I love your voice. Oh, thanks. I'm glad someone does. I'm going to try and mix in the browns, I think. Oh, thanks. I'm glad people think it looks good. I'm sure you should go and look at Sophie's original one over on her Instagram because hers is really good. I'm like mixing browns. It's really not a good idea, but there you go. Brown by the ear. Oh, here. I'm trying. Maybe I'll go all over in like a light brown and then I'll add in some dark brown. Finished listening to all your podcasts. They are brilliant. You did a super job on them. Oh, thank you so much. Ah, someone's listening to my podcast. That's really cool. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you like the one with me and Sophie. Really like the way the uniform looks. The pencil strokes make such a good texture. Thanks, Sophie. I'm glad you think so. I don't know if you can hear my neighbours. They're like playing something really loud. I feel like I kind of messed up this side a bit, but we'll see, we'll see. Oh, she's gone out of the lines, everybody. What is going on? I've just started listening to your podcast. Oh, yay! Are you starting from the beginning, or are you starting from, like, April's one? So this is my finished drawing. Everyone go follow Sophie if you don't follow her already. And I just want to say thank you so much, Sophie, for sending me this to colour in. I had a really good time, and I'm sorry the live stream didn't work. Hopefully we will somehow work it out next time. Alright, thanks. Bye.